Warm welcome, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary, and let's begin with the latest news break that is filtering in on this very story. All four arrested have now been granted bail. That's the latest news break that is coming in as we speak right now. All four, Firhad Hakim, Subrata Mukherjee, Madan Mitra and Shogun Chatterjee have got bail. The special CBI court led by Justice Anupam Mukherjee granted bail to all four arrested accused in the Narada case. Now, that's the latest that is coming in. Of course, heavy drama that took place through the course of the day, high political drama as well, unfolded at the CBI office in Kolkata after the arrest of top TMC netas. Two of them have been ministers. One of them is an MLA. The other one used to be with the TMC, has since left, but all four were arrested. Angry TMC supporters had in fact gathered outside CBI office, tried to barge inside. They also pelted stones on the central forces deployed at the CBI office. Now, this came after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee stormed into the CBI office this morning following CBI's arrest of two TMC ministers and a party MLA. A lot went down post that as well. The governor, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, also called scenes extremely chaotic, said that everything was completely awry in terms of law and order where the state of West Bengal was concerned. Mamata Banerjee came out stating very clearly that she needs to be arrested as well. Lots of drama, but the end result of that is that the special CBI court has now given viewers bail to all four arrested. But like I said, enough politics has been played, continues to be played. The TMC says if you're arresting these four, what about Suvendu Adhikari? What about Mukul Roy? They were very much part of this particular case. Peculiarly, why aren't they also arrested? Let's cut across right now to our panelists this evening. I have Riju Datta from the TMC. I'll soon be joined by Mr. Guru Prakash from the BJP. Mr. Datta, the BJP says very clearly that why are you asking any questions to the central government or the Bharatiya Janata Party? This was the CBI. It has nothing to do with the BJP. The CBI is doing due diligence.
See, it's all sound good on paper, Preeti, but what actually happened today, I'll tell you. There is the main story and there are a couple of subplots. So just give me that time. Today what happened was an utter violation of the democratic norms and the federalist policy. And under the command of Mr. Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, not the cage parrot, but the tamed parrot, CBI, arresting two Bengal ministers without the permission of the Assembly Speaker, which should be the protocol. And this is just the definition of political vendetta after outright rejection by the people of Bengal, which reveals the neo-fascist mindset of the BJP and its top netas. But the subplots here are very different and very important. Today, Preeti, we have got 32 media requests. And why? Why we are discussing this on a Monday evening? Because dead bodies are floating in rivers. No vaccines are being delivered to Bengal. People are gasping for breath, dying left, right and center on the length and breadth of this country. So one man's ego is too big to swallow the bitter pill of the people of Bengal's mandate. So you create a disruption here. Change the focus, change the narrative. But people are not forgetting it. Corona pandemic is the main objective here. We are trying to handle this pandemic. What is the need of this ruckus? And the main message through this whole day's drama is that BJP central leadership is saying to the 75 BJP MLAs of the state that this is what is going to happen to you if you join TMC. And I am telling you here that there are at least 40 MLAs and 3 BJP MPs who are waiting in line to join TMC. They're not even going to wait for 6 months. Whether we take them back or not, that's a different issue altogether. So this is actually the reason why this drama was created. In this situation, who's Firhad Hakim? He is not an absconding criminal. You file the charge sheet, the court will send a summon, let the law take its own course. I have just learned that Om Birla, the Speaker of Lok Sabha, has granted, the charges and asked the CBI to proceed against Suvendu Adhikari. Why was Suvendu Adhikari Mukul Roy not called? You are, taking away the acting mayor of Kolkata who is working 24/7 to control the corona pandemic, and you're disrupting the management of the state. This is unacceptable, Preeti.
All right, Mr. Datta, stay with me. We're going to cut across to the BJP spokesperson. I have with me Mr. Guru Prakash as well. All right, he's going to be joining us in just about a minute. But let me come back to you, Mr. Datta. The question is, so what is it that the TMC is questioning? Is it the timing? Is it what the TMC is saying that, trying to divert attention from the COVID pandemic, the government is doing what it is through the CBI? Or are you saying that Suvendu Adhikari and the lot like Mukul Roy were not arrested while your leaders were? But whatever you're saying, sir, what went down at the CBI headquarters, would you reckon was right? There was stone pelting?
See, again, I will tell you, the Central Armed Forces at the command of the BJP High Command started lathi charging the crowd there. We cannot be naive. If ministers who have got clear mandates and not first time MLAs, they have been ministers for at least 2 or 3 terms. When you are arrested completely illegally and you are being trying to, force a narrative down the people's throat, what will the Karyakartas do? If today, for any reason, CBI arrests Mr. Narendra Modi or Mr. Amit Shah, do you think BJP Karyakartas are going to sit in front of the TV? This is the same thing that is going to happen. But my leader Abhishek Banerjee has appealed to the people, and since then, the crowd have dispersed, and we believe in it. See, we have nothing against the law of the land. I am just saying 3 points. Why this political vendetta?
Which way? Let me just come in.
Yes.
Sir, let me just come in while we wait for our BJP guest. Are you in any which way justifying the stone pelting which went on at the CBI office?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But when the protesters are out there protesting, what is the need of the armed forces by the order of these BJP top leaders lathi charging on a peaceful crowd? Why will that happen? Why are you promoting and inciting violence? Why are you trying to disrupt the management of the state when we are fighting this pandemic? If the central government is so bothered about Bengal, why don't they supply us with necessary vaccines, oxygen and remdesivir? Why is the governor trying to incite political violence in the state of West Bengal? The Calcutta High Court has clearly stated that Mamata Banerjee's actions in controlling post-poll violence is
So the cadre, so at a time of COVID, please hear this out. So at the time of COVID, where you are in a lockdown situation, the cadre taking to stone pelting is justified, because why would they be sitting in front and watching it on television? Is that what you're saying, Mr. Datta?
No, absolutely not. I condemn violence. I condemn the stone pelting. But the Karyakartas of TMC, they went there. They crowded there. Yes, because they were anxious. What is happening? Illegal use of force, illegal use of the state machinery for political vendetta. They were there peacefully. They were lathi charged for no rhyme or reason. And people retaliated.
Okay.
But I completely condemn violence. And that is why my leader, Abhishek Banerjee, pacified them, asked them not to fall into this trap. And since then, nothing untoward has happened.
Okay.
Don't provoke
All right,
violence.
Mr. Datta, now do stay on with me. Okay, Mr. Datta, do stay on with me. We have the BJP spokesperson right now, Mr. Guru Prakash, who's joining us. Mr. Prakash, the peculiarity of it is that till now, the Lok Sabha Speaker, Mr. Om Birla, did not give permission for CBI to take action against these ministers. Suddenly, that go-ahead was given. And once the go-ahead was given, why wasn't Suvendu Adhikari, Mukul Roy also arrested today is a question that the TMC is raising.
At the very outset, let me say this very clearly, that what we saw today on the streets of Kolkata, it is nothing but unacceptable. When the country, and obviously the East India, Bihar, West Bengal, everywhere, we are looking at the pandemic, which is unprecedented. A chief minister of a state doing this, violating the established COVID protocol, is nothing but unlawful. It is just a super spreader event. I seriously don't understand when the governor of West Bengal, he goes on to meet the aggrieved party of institutional violence, then it is a violation of code protocol. When the chief minister herself is leading a group of so many people, why is this not a violation of COVID protocol? Point number one. Point number second, PTG, what we have seen in the entire rule of TMC in the course of the last 10 years is this abhorrence for the constitutional values. What was done today? It is unjust to constitutional constitutional propriety. It is an attack on the federalism. West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee storming into the Nizam Palace, where a few TMC ministers and former TMC MLAs are being questioned. It shows her complete apathy in the constitutional process. And still my friend from TMC, they are defending it. It is beyond my comprehension. Why are they doing it? And the question you ask about the prosecution, the governor in the present case has given the prosecution sanction, and the arrest was done in accordance with the due process of law procedure.
Okay.
Can I answer?
Sir, tell me something. Pray tell me something. One second, sir, 1 second. Mr. Prakash, do tell me one thing. The journalist who did that sting operation says very clearly, and I'm quoting him, I fail to understand. Mr. Suvendu Adhikari, Mr. Mukul Roy was caught taking money. Their names were also mentioned. It is peculiar that they have not been arrested, but these four have been arrested. So why shouldn't somebody smell a rat in all of this? Why shouldn't somebody smell the fact that this is political motivation?
CPG, both of them are being questioned. They were questioned in the past as well. They will be.
Why weren't they arrested, sir?
No, it's a due process. It's a due process. The CBI is questioning them whenever evidences are found, whenever the inquiry report comes out. I'm sure the action will be initiated against them. But what we are failing to understand here is that this is very habitual of Mamta Didi to do so. She did this.
Sir, I want to come in because I'll tell you what. Okay, 1 second, sir. Okay, gentlemen, Mr. Prakash, I totally understand due diligence, due process. I do have the charge sheet of the CBI. Now, sir, it is very similar. If you look at it, the case against Mr. Suvendu Adhikari and Mr. Mukul Roy is very similar to these four gentlemen. So, one would look at it that similar kind of action would be taken prima facie. But when four are arrested, two are only going to be questioned, one doesn't understand how it all fits in.
No, it's like I said, they are being questioned. They are being grilled by the CBI, and I think they have been grilled in the past as well. So we must tell the exact facts out here. But what I want to bring to your kind attention is that in 2010 we saw similar situation in Gujarat. The CBI went to Gujarat and arrested Mr. Amit Shah. Did anyone make this hue and cry? No hue and cry was made. And this reflects our constitutional commitment. This reflects our respect towards the institutions, towards the systems of the government, which is completely absent in West Bengal today. And this is nothing new, Priti. Let me bring to your kind notice also, in 2017, she did the same thing when she was starting to defend MP Sudip Bandyopadhyay. In 2016, she did the same thing when Madan Mitra was facing corruption charges. So this is nothing new. But our only concern is when the country is facing such an unprecedented situation, why does a chief minister of a state, why does she even indulge in this sort of an activity, which puts the life of the people of the West Bengal?
All right, so that question while you were not there has already been asked by Mr. Riju Datta, and I'll go back to him. But having said that, it is not about whether the CBI is questioning somebody or not, because like I said, I am looking at the charges against both Suvendu Adhikari, and I'm sure you're well versed with the case as well. Suvendu Adhikari, Mukul Roy on one side, the other four on one side. It's pretty much the same. So one will question why four have been arrested and two will be questioned. So it's a plausible question. I hope you understand that. Yes, Mr. Datta, you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. Go ahead.
See, like you said, Preeti, and every bacha in this country now know that if you have to protect yourself from CBI, ED or IT, all you have to do is join BJP. And you have to go through their washing machine and you can become a sant and a sadhu. That is what has happened. Even though the charges are alike, they will never be questioned. And not only that, what about the new Chief Minister of Assam? What about the Yadurappa land scam? What about the Scania scam? I can go on. What about the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scam of 12,500 crores? No questions asked, no summons present. Why? Because they are from BJP, and anybody in the opposition will be probed and arrested by CBI and all the state machineries. Now, I also want to ask my good friend Guru Prakash, when he talks about unprecedented situation and talks about Mamta Banerjee, what happened to because my good friend is from Bihar, what happened to the double engine Sarkar of Bihar and UP? The Vikas is floating on the rivers of Ganga. What about that? There is no hue and cry about that. And the bottom line is where you can go down to the level of arresting 25 laborers and mazdurs for posting, posters across Delhi, and now you are arresting illegally ministers of Bengal. I am also asking the question, Modi ji, हमारे बच्चों का vaccine क्यों भेज दिया आपने बाहर? So come and arrest me now. I'm saying internationally, arrest me.
All right, sir. Okay, that's not the debate. Let's not go into rhetoric.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, Mr. Datta, it's not the debate, sir. Okay, you've said it.
No, I'm just going to say yes. Thank you.
Okay, you have said it. Sir, you have said it. Okay, now let me get in and let's have a civil debate. Mr. Guru Prakash, do, come in and answer that question. Mr. Datta has raised a few questions for you.
No. And interesting that Mr. Riju Datta is talking about integrity in governance. I have a list of scam Riju Bhai, and we have been doing this for a long time. Narda, Sarda, Ampan, and in that Ampan case, you went to the High Court, look at this capacity of the West Bengal government, you go to the High Court and ask them to not being inquired or investigated by a CAB, which is a central agency. So if you don't understand, when the entire government of West Bengal is neck deep in corruption, are we not aware of syndicate money? Are we not aware of cut money? Are we not aware of the institutional killing that is happening in West Bengal? Where are you going to hide? Where are you going to hide? अपने गिरेबान में झांक के देखिए. The amount of energy, the amount of effort, Riju Bhai, which you are wasting about situation in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Just look at the situation in West Bengal. Just focus on governance. When you should be focusing on governance, day-to-day administration, you are going and saving your ministers. I seriously don't understand this. Do you have any faith in the constitutional spirit? Do you have any faith in the federal system of this country or not? I ask you this simple question today.
Okay.
Just answer me yes or no.
I will give you a simple answer. I will give you a simple and pointed
Okay,
answer.
let's all calm down. Let's go. Yes.
One
Mr.
simple
Datta, do
answer.
come in.
Just
Right.
10
Go
seconds.
ahead,
10 seconds. Yes, 10 seconds. You know, when Sharoda and Naroda scam happened, BJP posted videos and pictures and everything. In 2011, the courts have still not decided who the culprits are or what they are. And the people of Bengal has given, in 2016, TMC 211 seats. Then, now you also said cut money, tolabaji. That was your manifesto in Bengal elections. What happened?
That was the truth.
People of Bengal
That
gave,
was the truth.
let me finish now, sir. The people of Bengal gave 215 seats to TMC and the courts are still not given any conviction. So according to the courts of this country and according to the people of Bengal, there is no cut money, no tolabaji in Bengal. So stop this fake narrative, concentrate on Corona, stop trying to disrupt your opposition government.
I want to go back. Okay, Mr. Datta, I want to go back to Mr. Guru Prakash. And sir, the fact is, let's say there are scams. Let's say there is cut money. Let's say there is a syndicate that is functioning. But, anyone who's sitting right now will ask you from Bengal, if 10 people have done the same crime, on paper their crime looks the same. 5 will be arrested, but 5 will be questioned at some point of time. Is it fair?
See, Preeti, you are asking the same question and I'll give you the same answer. That the inquiry not happening? Are they not being questioned? Are they not put in a spot? They have constantly been questioned since the last 1 year. I can also provide a timeline to you. But that is beside the point here. The problem is...
So please quote the timeline. Quote the timeline.
On September. September was the month when Mr. Mukul Roy was questioned. I think September was the month when Mr. Shwendu Adhikari was also questioned. So there is an exact timeline which I can provide to you, but that is beside the point here. The inquiry and investigation will happen.
Since I have a question. I don't know the answer to this question, so I'll ask you. Sir, I don't know the answer to this question, so I want to ask you. Since Mr. Mukul Roy and Mr. Shwendu Adhikari joined the BJP, have they been questioned?
No, see, this is again the narrative which is being peddled by the opposition parties. This pointless
So I am asking you.
No, I'm sure. You see, inquiry and investigation will happen, and whatever may be the result, no matter what the result is, the CBI will proceed with it, and government will have no role in playing, and that has happened in the past as well. The point here is that we have respect for institutions, we have respect for the judicial process. Unlike the TMC, we saw what happened in 2019 when the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, she sat in a dharna in defense of a tainted police officer. I can give you 100 of such instances. Whatever has happened today on the streets of Kolkata is unacceptable, unlawful, unconstitutional, and every law-abiding citizen, every citizen who has faith in the Constitution must raise this question. Question. You have no...
Okay, Mr. Prakash, you made your point, sir. Okay. Sir, you made your point. Mr. Datta, you have 1 minute to rebut and I want to close the show. Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Preeti, you know, the only sad part is CBI being a premier investigative agency in this country to becoming a political stooge is just shameful. The downfall is very shameful. And the CBI officials should rise above it and they should not just work just by the orders of the central government ministers and BJP netas. And BJP should also understand that this is not an elected autocracy, it's a democracy, and they should respect the federal structure of the land. Because what tricks
all right. I need to close.
in their land, they cannot do it in Bengal.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, I do appreciate both of you for taking out the time and joining us. Where the CBI is concerned, every dispensation, when it is in power, calls it a caged, the opposition calls it a caged parrot. It has happened through the course of political history, at least in the last 20 years. Appreciate you all joining us. Thank you there. A quick break. Up next is Rahul Kanwar.